Destiny, Taken King, How to Master the Last Word. Anyway, the last word is one of the most popular hand cannons, always will be, and always was. In year one, it was one of the best. It was up there with Thorn. But the only thing is that then Taken King came out, and then this playstyle of the regular Taken King didn't really change much, but it still made an impact. But now after the April update, and after it can't do extra, headshot damage, it goes back to being aim down sight or you're a noob. um, I'll tell you what, like from back then I was all like just hip fire everything, but right now I feel like the playstyle's totally changed, and after that patch I was like, what is this gun? But then I still held up there. Then I finally found a few tricks. Up the last words, sleeve. I'd say the perks I'd say that are recommended for use right now is well, soft ballistics, because it amps up the range as much possible. Even though it's not a lot, it's something. It's not as bad as the Fourth Horseman. The hip, and then obviously the perfect balance or single point sling. If you're not using like Blade Dancer, which already has quick draw, and you're want to snipe like with the Night Stalker, well, go ahead and use single point sling if you're already good with the hip fire. But anyway, other stuff, like when you already have quick draw, like you're using Blade Dancer, or you're just somebody that just got onto the gun, perfect balance is the key. I'd say perfect balance is one of the best perk right now, but never know. Patches come out everywhere. Against supers with this thing, it's not that great, unless you flank him or catch him with low health and no overshield from the Sunbreaker thingy. But anyway, another huge thing, people use full auto sometimes. I know I used to, when aim down sight, and just prayed the shots actually landed, which is not a great thing. But I will tell you that if you tap fire like you used to do with the Suros regime way back in the day, then you might have a chance, have a bigger chance to actually land your shots, which is huge. Like sometimes I can get a 3-hit kill when this thing is supposed to get a 4-hit kill, which will absolutely melt anybody because of the rate of fire on this gun. Other than that, when you're low health, and like I'd say when it comes to this gun, I mostly covered most of the stuff. Mostly are like the changes and also the playstyle. Like, you know, when somebody's in your face with a shotgun, full auto it because it's gonna fire in a cone. The closer they are, the more shots are gonna land. The farther they are, you're not gonna hit anything. But if you tap fire like at mid to even long, like as you can see farther in the video, I take out a sniper with this thing, and I actually do pretty good. Or if you're chasing somebody around a wall, it's also good to do the full auto. But anyway, other than the gun you have to master, is also you gotta have to outsmart the enemy a smidge. Like if they're like running away, use your last word until they get to that range where, like, why are you using last word at that range? But then like throw a grenade or swap to your sniper and body shot him. Like here I use my melee, or how do you call it, blink strike to take out that one guy. But then comes I'd say PvE with this thing's totally not worth it. Uh, but I'd say hipfire is still a thing for this gun, but it's not as great as beforehand. Like I said, if you hipfire, you're basically a noob. But if you aim down sight and tap fire and actually get used to the recoil and how the playstyle is made, then, well, you will rack up those kills like crazy. And also that stick with your teammates. They can help you, because when you get into those gunfights where you're like super low health, you can go back and cover, and your friendlies can throw a grenade so they can take it out. I know you don't want to get an assist, but sometimes you just have to, because it's just inevitable. Because if you got out there while your health was still low, you would have died. But if you let your teammate clean up, well, then you might actually survive for another day or two. I'd say also for like the other subclasses, for the gunslinger, the throwing knife is also a pretty good combo to use with, but even though the gunslinger is not really popular anymore. Blade Dancer, I'd say, I don't really like Blink, but I think it might be a pretty good thing. Night Stalker, Shade Step saves lives. But anyway, smack that like button, hit the sub, drop the comment, and I'll see you guys later for another video.